Become superhuman every day, all year long.
Discover more at university-365.com.
And now, welcome to another episode of Discussions to Learn Books Edition with Tom Martell.
Welcome, everyone, to University 365's Discussions to Learn podcast. I'm your host, Tom Martell. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. And, again, I am so excited for today's episode. You'll tell me that I'm always excited when I have the opportunity to discuss with Anna, right? And, well, yes. That's true. So, listeners, may I introduce you again to the brilliant,
oh my gosh,
energetic,
seriously? Come on, Tom.
What can I say? To the always insightful Professor Anna Fenrick from University 365. She's with us.
Yes,
Anna,
I'm
welcome.
Here. Wow. Tom, you're too kind with me.
No, I'm not.
But wow, it is fantastic to be here with you today. While your energy is infectious as always.
Well, Anna, you're also too kind with me.
Well,
You know that.
That's just my nature.
Anyway, well, today's topic has me buzzing. We're diving into a book that is not a new book, by the way.
No,
but that
it's
book,
not a new book.
honestly, that
That's
book
true.
blew my mind. The book name is The Winner Effect, The Neuroscience of Success and Failure by Ian Robertson. And, well, how to make a long story short, it asks these huge questions about what makes a winner, and it starts with a very big one.
Yeah, Tom, I know where you're going with this, and you're right. It's truly astonishing.
Yeah, let's just jump right in. The book opens with this really powerful question. Are we born to win? It tells the story of Picasso's son, Paolo, who lived in the shadow of his genius father. And, well, his life was quite tragic.
Yeah,
It really made me wonder,
it is a
is
tragic
success
story.
just in our genes?
Right, and that's the first big myth the book tackles. It's such a common belief, this idea of genetic fatalism.
That you either have it or you don't.
Exactly. But Robertson argues that believing you're born for success can be psychologically crippling. It creates what Professor Carol Dweck famously calls a fixed mindset. If you believe your talent is a fixed entity, any failure isn't just a setback. It's a verdict on your very being.
Okay, that feels profound. It's a threat to your ego.
It's a total threat. So you become afraid to take risks. Like Pablo Picasso, how could he possibly compete with his father, El Rey, the king? The book says his father hid the ladder to his own success, presenting his genius as God-given rather than the result of, thousands of hours of work.
Right, so for Paolo, the bar was just impossibly high. So the winner effect isn't about our DNA. It's about our beliefs and our experiences.
It is hugely about experience, which brings us to one of the most fascinating examples in the book, the African cichlid fish.
Oh, yes, the changeling fish. Please tell our listeners about this.
Okay, so in this fish species, you basically have two types of males. You have the big, brightly colored, dominant T fish, T for territorial, who rule the best spots and get all the females. And then you have the drab, smaller NT fish, who just lurk in the shadows.
Okay, so it sounds like a pretty clear hierarchy. Some are born to win, some are born to lurk.
You would think so, but here is the magic. If a dominant T fish gets, say, eaten by a bird, a nearby NT fish can swim into that now vacant territory, and Tom, within hours.
No way.
Yes, within hours, its brain chemistry completely rewires itself. A part of its brain swells to 8 times its normal size, flooding its body with new hormones. It grows bigger, its colors become vibrant, and its personality flips from submissive to aggressive. It becomes a T-fish.
That is wild. So just being given the opportunity, the territory literally rewired its brain and body. Is that the winner effect in action?
That is the absolute core of it. Winning, or even just being put in a position of power, physically changes you. It triggers a surge of testosterone, which in turn boosts dopamine in the brain's reward circuits.
The feel-good chemical.
It's the feel-good, the let's do that again chemical. It makes you more focused, more willing to take risks, smarter at certain tasks, and it primes you to win again. It creates this powerful, positive feedback loop.
So the fish is a perfect metaphor, and the book mentions this in sports too, right? With Mike Tyson's comeback.
Oh, absolutely. Don King was a master of manipulating the winner effect, even if he didn't call it that. After Tyson got out of prison, they didn't put him up against a reigning champion.
Right.
They put him in the ring with what are called tomato cans in boxing, opponents he was guaranteed to demolish.
So they were rigging the fight to give him easy wins to build up his confidence.
Exactly. It was more than confidence. Those easy wins gave him that crucial testosterone dopamine cocktail, rebuilding his aggression and his killer instinct at a chemical level. By the time he faced a real champion, Frank Bruno, his brain was primed for victory. It's a perfect human example of the cichlid fish effect.
So winning and power are essentially a performance-enhancing drug that our own brains produce.
A perfect analogy. But like any drug, there can be a serious downside. The book talks about what power does to us, and it's not all good. Remember from the foreword, the story about the CEO obsessed with the color of the wafers in the boardroom while his bank was collapsing?
Yes, Sir Fred Goodwin. He couldn't see the forest for the pink wafers.
Exactly. That's the dark side of the winner effect. That same dopamine and testosterone surge that makes you focused can also give you extreme tunnel vision. It can make you overconfident, less empathetic, and more impulsive. You start to feel invincible.
The gambler's fallacy, that illusion of control. You start thinking you can control random events.
Precisely. So, is power just universally corrupting? Is anyone who wins destined for this kind of hubris?
That's a scary thought.
It is, but the book makes a fantastic distinction here between two types of power motivation. There's P-power, which is personalized power. It's about personal dominance, ego, being the alpha. It's very I-focused.
Okay, I can think of a few people like that.
We all can. But then there's S-power, which is socialized power. This is the drive to have an impact for the good of a group or for a cause. It's more we-focused. Robertson argues that the most successful and least corruptible leaders have a healthy balance of both. The S-power acts as a kind of coolant for the hot-burning engine of P-power.
That makes so much sense. So it's not that power itself is bad, but that purely self-interested power without a sense of responsibility to the group, that's what's really dangerous.
You've nailed it. It's that S-power, that sense of accountability, that keeps the winner effect from spiraling into, well, the failure effect.
Wow, so we're not born winners, but winning can change our biology to make us better winners. But that same change can also be our downfall if we're not careful. That's a lot to think about. Anna, this has been absolutely incredible.
The pleasure is all mine, Tom. As many others, you know it's a topic I could talk about all day, right?
Yeah, I bet. And for our listeners who want to dive deeper, just a reminder, we have some amazing resources for you. First, be sure to visit the University 365 website's Insight section. That's our publications hub. You'll find a treasure trove of books, but also courses, lectures, reports, and articles on fascinating topics like AI and neuroscience. And if you're short on time but hungry for knowledge, you can find the book essential for the winner effect in our 5M2S format. That's 5 minutes to success at university365.com/insight.
But wait, there's more, Tom. We're also thrilled to announce our You Copilot for Books feature. It's your AI companion we've trained on this very book. allowing you to have your own deep discussions to learn with it and ask any question you want, play with it, test your understanding, and so much more. You can find the link for that on the Book Essential publication page on the University 365 website. It is mind-blowing, especially when you activate the voice mode, allowing you to have a talk with the book while you're driving, traveling, I don't know, even while you're cleaning your house. Why not?
Absolutely, Anna. Well, again, thank you for listening to our Discussions to Learn podcast, brought to you by University 365, the applied AI university that, as always, helps you become superhuman every day, all year long. So have a wonderful day, and for sure, see you in the next episode.
Overwhelmed by the flood of AI news? University 365 introduces Inside, your exclusive publications hub. Get curated university publications and learn on the go with our Discussions to Learn podcasts. It's the focused, digestible knowledge you need to stay current in a busy AI world. Subscribe for a free Discovery membership or upgrade to Insider, or even Superhuman. Visit university-365.com/inside. Again, that's university-365.com/inside and master AI. With University 365, become irreplaceable and superhuman every day, all year long.